Okay. Please, let's get settled now for the program. Thank you very much for coming. Let us observe individual silent prayer. Amen. Amen. Of course, as usual, we go through the normal procedure by introducing the chairman of this program. Of course, it's not a new man. He is AIG Mohammed Brimaja Esquire. He is the director of operations and also he is the chairman of this press conference. Then we have the regional commander, Freetown East. He is ACP Dr. John Martin Senesi. And then we have a representative for Freetown West. He is ACP John Tumbe. He is the deputy regional commander of Freetown West. And of course, we have the media one. And we have a intern from Central University. Of course, we have another one from Central University. We also have an ICT, right? From Jala University. So these are people who are also working with the media unit. At this point in time, I now hand over the mic to the media one.
I think I should directly to the boss. There is an appeal. We are looking at the tail of things. And the last press conference hosted at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It was exclusively done here. And the feedback we had was very good. The people said they were enjoying and understanding the issues. And even at AYV now, Star, and all that there, so we can intersperse. Basically, so we are making that appeal. Very
well. Good afternoon, colleagues. Yeah. Welcome to this round of press conference where, for the first time, we don't decide say we did one way. There's no need for interpret to people them. That one for one a Creole, as we will see. The one way the last two now, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where people them be get for widely understand and then request for that will carry on that way. So we do this particular press conference though we prepare for Kandwa in English, but one for make the test is for that we see the reaction. So at the beginning for welcome Una, as usual, for gracing this occasion within the shortest possible notice. Forgive me. We're gonna go in between anyway. So we get a lot of issues we get for touch up today. As usual, after I don't do present on issues, I can invite my colleagues them for NSF will tell members of the public through now what they don't do in the area of policing. So I once more welcome Una on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, the rank and file, and my personal behalf to this press conference. The first side where I want to go, this social media, the misuse of social media and the implications for national security. That is where we wrongly use the social media. And the kind of thing we don't get for national security. Well, let's not go to the negative side and let's begin first. The positive side, we all know don't get social media. Through this social media, how we can able to connect quickly with people them. You can left now, you call any side you want to call at the globe, and able to talk, information quick for able go around. You can call anybody any side, and even they talk, they see you the same, like say, on the same side one day. So you get plenty of advantages and actually for them equally. The same social media, now yeah, same not for me completely a blessing. As a sector, where I mean, as a sector, I actually mean the security sector. The social media don't turn out for be the greatest threat for with security. We all can remember in the recent general elections, the kind of thing we go through, where people that they talk the kind of thing safe way, be, where people that they use the social media for attack with authority system. They talk some kind of thing way, decent. So all these things the way they don't do, they don't create a lot of tensions. Waiting be, neither they talk, they create tension between people them, between ethnic groups them, So even they undermine the effectiveness of because of this tension, for less some group that able work effectively. But we want for assure with people them say we resilience. That means we're strong. Anyhow they come with time, then go with time. We still strong. We will therefore maintain, and we go all out for counter, for putting in place other strategies and for counter. Then kind statements that way they create problems. If not to say we are resilient people, then we are people that we will farm with strong as security sector. The kind of thing way the social media they do, if we don't derail this way election, we don't conclude way they come up peacefully. Because the kind of thing them way they happen, the kind of thing the way they talk, and we don't know we able to work with concerted efforts, and we tell them all thank you because what we don't can see clearly about this social media misuse is that a handful of people, not a plenty people there, way then they go about, they create all their problems, then they solve. The vast majority really no one unrest, and so while we try, we level best for make sure say peace then in the country. We get then few people them way then they just they for create problems. But as it happen, we make let them understand say what thing they doing all right. What thing now the thing we don't can understand. We get just handful of people where you come sometimes they don't go cover with two hands them. We don't go get leprosy. We tell you by leprosy, where you come to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. It's leprosy. So, I mean, they not cover all the hands, the finger them. So, now very handful of people that way, then if say because they live abroad, then go do all kind of things, talk all kind of talk for undermine with security now. I mean, all the time they tell people them true now. For say, let we not listen, then people there. Then people there, and they live in the comfort of the West. Beside the day, people there, they live in peace. They can't see the way they do, where we there, where we there. They don't do half the other. And they not they observe people that they do, they can't see them. Or why they differ if you say the law, they know they're under the law. But not to throw down. We still implore them, as sierraleoneans, anyhow you say, and some of them in the way they happen. We open case and inquiry file. We go through the normal procedure. We even get legal advice. We're there. Sometimes you don't reach the age where they say, "La go home now, daughter, la cancel down." Now the chicken will come to roast, and you will see them can't hear. After the Nazi war, people were tried some decades after. Some be disguised, or anytime they see you, then they bring you down to justice. So they can't see the way people that they do, they create problem in this country here. We ask them, do you have any left hand? Now the only side will go home. And we plead with them for may we all consult with effort for develop this country. If they actually want to sit back, then we are many not put spanner into the whole operations. We will there who work for forge ahead, then we work as a team, we go ahead. Recently, the SLP began to give press release, but people then they give dangerous messages on social media that they do so as at the tailor. Now risk then they take, but that risk then and then you risk then they take because the cyber unit of the SLP can investigate them matters them, and if we get evidence for surprise charge. Go charge, go court, and then people there go face the full force of the law. They go give punishment to them for the law where they broke. So we encourage as still they say people there for many refrain from that kind here, and we work as a team and we progress the country. People then they talk say freedom of expression, and so they can bring about human rights implications. Me and you know to say, when you don't talk, when you talk about your own right, you get for members say, other people they say you get right. And why they pursue your right, you're not for encroach on other man in your right. So then statements that we put in they make, then they threaten people them. Then they use bad words then, they curse people them, they curse we leaders them. They are not to freedom of expression. When I can agree with me. Now we don't want some man then they support that kind of people there. Like they want for just talking differently. But no side, not the way they curse people there, they threaten for inflict harm on them, they call it human rights. So not a human rights that one day. And so let them know say that right where they get, they come with responsibility, waiting for ensure that you not tamper with the right of the other people then. And at that they operate in waiting we can say liberal democracies, where we can say in other words we can say the Western world. The Western world where they get liberal democracies, then they allow people in and they talk. But we will not say anything we they talk, not absolute. For say, hey, I get right for talk. Let me say me where I sit down here now. Me a policeman. I'm privy to a lot of things. So also other people in the security sector and by job description, then they able privy to state secrets. Or you can't get that people there now. You say I get freedom of expression. You leak their state secrets the way they endanger the country. No. That means we want let people they know say freedom of expression get limit. Not a check for let you do all kinds of way they do. No. Something that the way they do, you don't cross the red line. And the law can deal with you. So we ask for make we all understand say why we talk about freedom of expression and human rights. We know say if you injure the statement, injure other person, threaten the life of other person, undermine the security of the country, it don't come on. And that freedom of expression. We go bring you calm, we gather the evidence, and we will charge you. You will face the full force of the law. So let we encourage them with people them we maybe out of ignorance or they get other objectives they foresee. The best who for live in the world over and for will be law and order. So I go to the other area. As I said, we get plenty things that we'll get from church today before I hand over to the colleagues them for let them brief through to the general public. The other thing is drug abuse, importation, consumption, and the implication for national security. Then drug them. We some man that ain't work now for bring them. Some man that ain't work now for bring the material where they take make an aya. Waiting that get for do where we the use them, with people that they use them, the implications then the kind of thing where you get for do with them, and how then they get for do something with national security. Well, this drug misuse, not only you thing really, but within you do that some materials that they know, they brand and they mix and produce an. So now that make a bad the drug issue now. So now that don't make so that don't mean say the agent system we government tax them for many handle the issues there like the NDLEA, SOCO, SICO, sierraleone police, and the intelligence wisdom way that they able to give away intelligence and who they operate, all these structures that they in place. All they in place and we want all they work effectively. No more. For now we affect them drugs business, we all know say not the way easy. If you look na Latin America, you see some side they even get private army for protect their drug business. Well, thank God we will not reach that level yet. And by God, if I not go reach that level. But equally, they said they really fight. But if we all work as a team, we go able to win this fight. But what I tell you, say the fight is difficult, and for let you just recognize the seriousness of the illegal importation of the drugs then. The seriousness of what it gets for do with the security. Now that make this sector a big efforts then for encourage this kind of practice, encourage people the way they engage in this kind of practice for men and tapa. Over the period, Toko with then other agencies that we are called, don't they really fought hard for put this drug business under control. In fact, SLP, we been on giving instructions to regional commanders for let them able to bring together the LUCs, let them use their intelligence assets, then that way they be able to make we get information for no who side here, some drugs that they plant are like gamba, so they bring the precursor, then they make some other drugs that within the country. So we've been telling them for men that they do raids. We get them, put them, we sell all kinds of drugs there, and then they sell out to the public. So we regional commanders them with their senior officers and the rank and file, they really embark on drug raids where we still continue, and we will not charge them go court. So not to joke business that. So whether cannabis, bush, cocaine, tramadol, diazepam, etc., they are all either they are prohibited or they are seriously controlled. So then they only use that on prescription where doctor look you see your situation, is say this kind of person needs some rest. And the kind of rest where it need that this control drug it will use. So Sunday it's prohibited at all, it's prohibited completely. The cannabis, kush, the other thing. The why the other one, the asatel, they are controlled. Which is this, they create a lot of problem. The problems the way it creates, except we concertedly Freetown, we will all for put we hand together, otherwise we see safe, no picking will be safe in that kind of environment. We can pass around with the CNN where it is map, it is sleep. So then the ride bike, we then go pay the bike, it can handle the sleep. So, and what's unfortunate is that then drugs there, then they capture, then use them when are the future leaders of this country. So if we all now put we hands them together and fight, and the future generation. So when are the future leaders and then so don't begin to stop. So now that make we plead to all man for that we all work hard. The government don't do its own part. They don't put all the structures in place with very strong laws. We don't employ the SNP, the other agencies then for that we fight the fight. But we all cannot be present everywhere outside the country and the apple. But when I will agree with me that the civilian population is everywhere and then plenty pass with itself. So that make we ask for let we all work as a team, we will get information about them, we will pass and give the police and the other agencies then. I know they are living a fear. For say, hey, we are going to tell them now, then go get for saying, I tell them no. That one day you are one leona, not fear that fear they at all. They will not afraid at all. Because when we conduct investigation, we always make a clear say acting upon information or intelligence received, even the court of law, the judge, the magistrate or the judge, not therefore ask say, would that give you the information? And we simply train with personnel there for many understand say, then people the way that they can assist with for prove their case system, be it drug, then other felonious offense system. We got a responsibility for protect their identity. And we assure now, say we will continue with that. In fact, from time to time, we train with personnel and say, anything you see, for example, here two party, Tony and Mike, don't get blabber. Then two now you party. Somebody don't can report to me, say you don't do something not right. But Mike we did it when on a friend. Mike can give statement of police. Some people they don't know. They can say, hey, but Tony, I mean, if you say Mike, now we friend, but you don't know the kind of statement where you can make. That is an offense. And at that point, they tell people, they say, no, you don't blow up the identity of that witness. And I want to make we all know, say, SLP as one of the legacies that we will get from special court, get for do with witness protection. So that some people, they are not aware of this. We conscious say some matters that the people the way that they come forward can't give evidence. They get threat in their lives then. And we do them for protect them. Some the very victims then in court of law and law court we say Inspector General and so. In the High Court we say the state versus so. When they say then people they get a threat. We are conscious of that and we work hard for protect them. I will give you just one. The plenty were no one. We may get one case where they will report one minister say one student say a rape. That matter be in court. They will be nearly mob the student at the Scottish court. With the timely intervention of the police, they'll be able to rescue. Well, if they under the police protection up to the time the matter go up to High Court, stay it down. Because of the seriousness of the threat, the police with other organizations will work out some kind of way where that student move out of this country. And even outside they go, will be able to make arrangement for like a stay there under security watch while they go about a business. Anytime where they come, they can alert way until we see say the level of the threat don't count on some kind of way where it not go affect her anymore. But then I want to say for advice to back that why we the provided kind of security they not taken for granted. It can be disastrous. Some man the way they provide that security where you don't want 2 years, if you say everything done okay. Then passes say they don't attack them. Of course, these students will not say they don't count 1, 2, 10. When you don't even make reference to the police person, they say you don't count them, they will put away intelligence outfit for letting the surveillance and ensure say it's safe and provide security for them. So we conscious of security, so we the tell them say when we get information, we for the safety and security of we all do ya, we not hold back. Your safety, your identity, not go be disclosed. Yeah, you are safe. We assure you of that. The drug use, we're all aware as I mean, just people or small say it gets some implications with people there and the country. Then drugs they are where people they take. We all aware say now one way that we will get lawlessness. So now one way that for lawlessness and indiscipline among the youths. So I will just highlight some areas and where it show the implications of then drug use on with people then. That will be part of the reason why we youths then look underdeveloped because where somebody don't take drugs, anything where people do for make it actually develop that one it neglect them. Again, the tendency for make it bring about violence. Someone in the way they don't take drug, a violent business that they do. And even the development of the country, it they undermine us. As I tell you, the youths are the future leaders of the country. If they don't they behave that kind of way, then they take drugs, then they're not able to develop themselves, then they become violent. Then the overall development of the country will be undermined. So the other thing where I want for make we understand is that the drug use until we bad for the general health of the people, for business and we health, the drug use not good. The effort then, I mean highlight them, the effort then we do for fair the drug cartel, we they crack on them, government put structures in place. But then within structures, then pass we the moving for assist. You will mommy and daddy, when I begin and they grow, do ya make sure say we do play. If not school they go reach na school, time reach or come school, they come school they come. Let you know they na host, who say you begin they not sabi self. Some of them dancing and they get exposed to through peer group influence. We embody them and the company when you do them to them they bring about that. So the parents then get a role for play regarding the upbringing of the beginning and what they will do. The community are not involved into the drug use. The community elders, of course the security agencies, and the victims themselves. We as security, we get with outreach program. We a department, the SLP, the people that they visit communities, they're able to talk to the people there. And like from time to time, we bring about press conference we will talk to the general public through Ghana, some of the ways that we will do. So if we all do that effort today, we will be able to see success there. Although the problem is serious. So, but all them things that they will witness where someone and they sit down and they sleep and they work and almost say structures and the structure can be as I tell when NDL, the Toko, the police, the intelligence outfit, the SICO, all they will this one here. So the ONS, NGLA, SLP, and all the other one that we will only do this. They engage in sensitization, media sensitization on the issues where they relate to drug importation. They talk to the people there, let them trade other business for do. If you get money where they import good business. Let that drug business stay where it destroy the future leaders of this country. Then people there where they plant, then they do cultivation, plant rice, plant cassava, plant all that thing they will eat in the country, not embark on planting, cultivating drugs. And the abuse will also they talk to the wire way that they do that thing and they for let them refrain from not a good like that, all that thing that they way they go do, where they profit themselves and the nation. So all them things in the way I don't explain. We will plead to them for stop the NDLA, the SLP, ONS, where Tokode, all the participants and other people there. Now that make, in addition to that, we do rate. We will not talk, we don't tire. Someone that say, you know, they do other business, pass the set up put, beside they sell drugs. We get the other one that they say, you know, they import all that thing, good business and drugs. And that make police and all the other agencies then we they forfeit drugs. We do rate. We work on intelligence. That the information then we get from we use structures and from the general public. With that, we arrest, we investigate, and we charge to court and prosecute. So all that one they did, or maybe make sure say we put an end to that. To support this effort for this drug business, we get a free toll line winner 119 or 900. So any of them two line there, 119, 900. You can call where you know they cost nothing. Penny you know they pay. Or you go able to pass over the information where you go able to help the security sector and the other people then way that they have fed this drug business for level we able fight and minimize them if we not able to eradicate them completely, but level we able fight them. Yeah. The other side we go now call for demonstration. That's the third way I want to touch on. We all remember that social media called the day last year where people then they all say let people then go demonstrate now. Though as I may begin where they tell you they're not plenty, but then people there oversee the day with one country beside them lay down in the comfort. The kind of thing where they do, and then they even member for do half of that day. Then we did it. Then they called me to them for go do demonstration on the 10th of August. Then people there, they live, some will call they live diaspora, that means they live overseas. They now begin call the same call. Well, this time around, then they call on people them and say, many begin from August 7 to 14. Well, the security sector, particularly the primary forces, the police, the military, we know they sleep. The police in particular, we normal job and forfeit crime. So we always they observe and see how we go handle them issues them. And I must say, we get the other members of the security sector, particularly the military, where they give me a very good support. Where they make we always stay on top. When I can remember that we go general elections, they can't say we people they call and they tell people and say, when I go demonstrate, when I go do this, when I go do that. But we tell God thank you, and we tell him thank you in the general public, because with the advice we give, the sensitization we all do, it yield fruits. It make them ignore the thing and they they not join the call for come and bring riot on the country. So the same thing now so the day bad one. Another one for that we remember, but in necessary for make I tell you small, but what will happen the 8, 9, 10 August last year, particularly the 10th. We lost 7 policemen there. 6 actually may die during the active riot, where they knocked, they killed them. This, they put them in hand. Then we 2 policemen there with them in the escort from Ross Road to Eastern Police. Now fire them. We then get for die. The other one then they attack, then beat them, they kill. One other one then broke his skull. Well, we don't get the resources as well for that way we take care of that kind of issues then. So by the time we really get to notice proper, this say his skull broke, he died. So that's 7. And other Sierra Leoneans then, they equally lost their lives then. They lost their lives then that August 10 day. One thing we I want to remind all man is that anybody where he die, be it a police officer or member of the public, and Salomon don't die. That's Leone. If they get a chance in life not be cut short, possible say it could do something meaningful to this country. And so can't think where it happened that time they bad off. So do ya? The same call where they call, say let people demonstrate, whether in the form of let's say no gonna do, or Sudan Igos, that is still not helpful. Within that August 8 to 10, some people they don't even know why people they work for concrete on their side riot. Some man will go sell in business, will go sell, and they get a living. They pay the school fees, take care of him in welfare, in family. So someone they go open shop. People they say, no, if you open the shop with the loot, so you see where they talk about the kind of thing where people they say now they get it right. You say you go do something, person say me they go sell in the market. You say no, if you sell I will go do this. So it's all the thing when they say you know right. So now we've been only observe another call where it make runs, where it is say from the 7th to the 14th August, people therefore cannot treat. We want to let the public know say this call not right, it illegal, the law not support them. I want to let we again remember the previous demonstration, illegal demonstration. In fact, that was insurrection, because if you look at the magnitude, the seriousness, and the kind of property the way he lost, the life the way they go, that will not be necessary. It not be for even be if people they get the country at heart. So we call on the general public for many them know say them people there where they go and do that here and for just undermine with peace within this country. And any unauthorized activity that is something where you want to do where the law not allow or where you require for get permission, where you not get the permission, we not go accept them. We put strong measures in place. But I will make sure say we stop them kind of plan them. And because now plan we not good for the country. So as we don't say and they continue for say that we recognize the right of peaceful demonstrations. Then they let people they not say, oh no, but moreover, when you want for demonstrate, although people they can twist and they think some kind of way, you get for tell the police for yourself your safety, because when you they gonna do say you they demonstrate against people then they when they want for demonstrate in favor. If then two party there the commander do nobody know they for the in between them, let we just remember what they go happen. That's one. Two, it can be say you get a genuine concern where you want to demonstrate for. But then other people they didn't hoodlums, they bad people there. When they say they prepare for use this peaceful demonstration for create other problem. Where they will go use the demonstration and go loot people there. That one not go fight for the country. Then people they are not get anything to do with what they do, they don't suffer for nothing. So we they insist and by law for contact the Inspector General of Police so that certain thing anyway will they do as police. When I don't tell we say when I want for demonstrate, we get for use with security assets for make we do background checks on the day. If we can see say it not go be in the general interest of the people, we go decline. The Inspector General will decline. If we observe say that in the interest of the general people, the Inspector General will call the organizers if they have marches with the police, then go police the procession, the protest, the peaceful. Thank you. Then go ask for the marshals as I will tell you, so that the marshals then will come with the police. For police, the peaceful demonstration, let other people they not go hijack and do things we not right. Or why would they do the peaceful demonstration, let other people they not go can attack one? There are instances where they see now other countries where they demonstrate in favor, where they demonstrate as against, where the police they can't do that. And they say you go so, you go so. So all the things they make with the people they say will not inform the police. As we sit here now, we will talk to the people in this country, yeah? We don't get any request, just like last year, August, we have been faceless business. Nobody don't come, apply, say, we want for go do this, we want for go do that. So similarly, this year back, we don't receive any letter from anybody for say, we want for demonstrate between this time and this time. So, we get for notice, say, any request for demonstration, as I say, not to through social media. Because not to social media, therefore organize the security for provide security for the people in the way they didn't treat. Not to social media, therefore ensure that if they are attacked, they should be protected. Not to social media, go ensure say who loves them. Bad people they not go hijack that and make innocent Sierraleoneans and suffer for nothing. Now that make you need for come to the police, you write to the Inspector General of Police. Then police will look at all other issues and see how they're going to handle. If you are granted permission, we will provide security for make sure say you go the right way you want for like it. So with people that will be rest assured that the country is peaceful and remain for be peaceful, and the security sector is fully in control. Therefore, from the 7th we don't begin till to August 2023 to August 14, from the 7th of August to the 14th of August 2023, you want me to feel free, make una go about to normal lawful activities. As long as you remain law-abiding citizen, you are assured of your protection. So, and all this event of the way they talk, just wanna go about in a normal work. As law-abiding citizen, you deal within the confines of the law therefore protects you. You are assured of that. The other one way at the county now, way at the fourth one at the travel fraud scheme. Somebody they can say, oh, I don't get agency, then they take me Australia. We can make people go, or I will make you go US, or I will make you go as student here. Well, now the other scheme that way we don't see say, don't be serious problem, the travel fraud. We in a true lie, the deception where they give the impression to then why they want for travel. Then they go able give them, and one they wanna know say they don't get the capacity or the authority for that. Because now the big problem this will they get, they add some who don't even try to cut way. You can go get a young men and women. They say, hey, I don't give so amount of this person here. He say, go make like a scholarship, like go study here, that. Then people they are not like business, the paper. Deception, I wait for deception. They don't get the authority. They're not able, the capacity, no need. So the public for no understand say, plenty of them fraudulent travel schemes and they are established. And the neighboring countries there. Therefore, when you want plan for travel abroad, the best thing we for do and for do it directly with the embassy of that country where they are. Let the embassy go be involved. We all were, I mean, fortunate when we come up on the war. The British government decides say they try for capacitate people in this country. I happen for me one of the police officers there, where they give me scholarship to British Council and conduct election. So they conduct an interview. We go. We've been successful. We go to the embassy and give me the scholarship. And then the offer we didn't give it. We can go to the embassy and give me visa. I remember anywhere I go count down now, that week airport. In fact, before where I count down the way they go meet the immigration officer, they ask you what they can do. Oh, they ask me, they just ask me what they do in the country. By then, I was crime officer east, was CID, crime officer east. I said, I'm in charge of criminal investigations in the east. The other thing they ask, what they can do here? And they come for custom. The other thing, how did you sponsor? You studies. I said, I get scholarship. I get the document. They say, guys, sir. So it's very easy when you go through the system, where it clear, where the embassy involving the process, they know where about. But the one way people that they come, when they tell you, say, hey, we will make you go Canada, we will make you go US, we will make you go UK and other countries. Do you have no fall for that? If the person they talk say na true, na the scheme that, then make sure say a link with the embassy of that country where say they go, where say they give scholarship for go. It involved directly in that. Do you? If you say you're not involved in that, gonna know join that they can't say yeah. So, but when people they get desperate for gold, and when you desperate for gold, you tend to overlook the signs that way it should say it's not right. At the end of the day, you will get hot. So yeah, with the action, not go that way. Plenty people in there, and the so-called agencies them, where they do them kind of say, one for people that don't say they're fake, and then schemes them, not get anything for do like where they say they get job, for go Australia, for go other countries through not the inside. I give you now one example back. The time we have been there as Director of Crime Services, some people they can say they don't get agency in Australia, where the agency they employ people there. The states get structures in place for able to know if not true or not true. One, we they ask Togo and Interpol for cross-check why they deal with Labor Ministry. When Togo, Interpol in particular, we assess, and they say no, the agency where they call, no agency no they apart from this one. Now this whole area where they say that agency they for employ. We call people there, we say, look, no agency no they. Apart from the fact that no agency no they with that name, but even that area, the whole area, agency no the way they employ. We want to let people in the listen, they can advise them who they give them because we they research properly because no one get for let it get hot. My brother people they pushed it. I remember I didn't host night, some people they go there and say, hey pa, they say now you don't block this, we go on, oh we get small cola. I say no, I don't want that cola there. People they go to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They say, we go on for level give air ticket, per diem, this, that, for many people they go check now Australia. In that meeting, I tell they say, we, SNP, we don't give nobody. Waiting we don't left now, we don't investigate. And then we go Australia, and the same thing we they find out. Because the Togo don't link up with Togo in Australia, they see that agency don't exist. So, per GM, no per GM, air ticket, no air ticket. We know the joint partner today. So that meeting, they get for collapse. They not be get for saying people there. But we're not going to be surprised that then people there still go ahead. They give boku money. So then people there for that work. At the end of the day, the man will collect the money, they go on the ground. They lost it. So when police don't advise you, do you listen? Because we get that international police organization when I Interpol. In fact, in the sub-region, it don't become very easier now with this WAPIS program and the other thing, and they very easy for connect with the other system in the sub-region. So do you? This trouble here, and we don't say people that want trouble. But you don't find when you don't get there, you had earn money. Somebody just go, it's swindle and now you earn. You left the cry. That is worse. So do you? When they listen to we. And if you follow up, be it in social media, in the news, from radio, from interaction with people, they can't know say a lot of people there don't be victims of that. Hundreds of people, if not thousands, now this country here, don't fall victim of that kind of travel fraud. So they are with a big level and be because every now and then they get new and very dangerous pattern where they come up. there room elements where they target people they win at the first time that they want for travel. So where when I know for anything in it, then when I not get hot. The airport, either the airport or before you go to the airport. This one we decided to do this on behalf of the new people, the first time travelers. We be go overseas since and the British government, the arrangement with your government where they go, they be set up some meeting like this. We all money they play video themselves to see the kind of way they happen at the airport, and they advise we now from their experiences and the video they all who don't see. But not to everybody go be lucky or get a chance there. So we decide say maybe we use this forum for advice the general public. Do ya? Where you travel, I let you sabi the person. They tell you say, "Oh, I want to help me with this bag. Oh, rich like give me another one." Then can say I don't make plenty people then. Don't they in jail? Now overseas. When I can even go certain, look the check-in place. They say, "Go, just hold on. Go cross. Go under like give me." Can't be seen a drug inside. So until we don't meet and discuss say, then they talk in with different languages. Let people understand the way they travel, but the business knowledge. Because some other day they use any kind way. If that's any they don't hold you and you luggage where you don't check in, who don't go over and they tag everything under your name, then they go see drug inside. Now you know therefore. I like you say, now this is me party and I give me and I say that's how they know they come here and you say. So we are and therefore be very mindful about that. Because then prohibited substance then we delay inside then luggage then where somebody could say we are checking on that name who reach Nigeria. They don't make plenty people they don't go to jail abroad. There are other countries then. So they are like cocaine, push, and there are any narcotic where they say in possession, the penalty very serious. So they're in a life imprisonment. So society didn't indicate. For example, if Singapore see drug on you enter Singapore, you are a dead person. So yeah. For them to save lives, people they're not aware. So what I could tell them say, let them be careful when they travel. Most of them were for the first time when they travel and they not get a chance where we should also for many advise them against that thing and so many will be aware of people there. Other way than the way people can cause havoc on other people there. Like the way that they say facilitating travel on their behalf. So the SLP quite recently began for on that a purported traveling in the east of Freetown where a group of people then claim for be operating under a certain QNet scheme we will arrest. So this is not the other thing, the QNet that they get people there and say we will make gonna travel and take off money and people they have. We as I begin now all deception. Then they lost the money and suffer for nothing. So that scheme, this QNet scheme, they under investigation. The other area where they can want to believe this could be the very last. Mine are the Abacha street trading. About 2 weeks back, the SLP began for launch operation for we clear off Abacha Street. of obstruction to traffic. Now we don't see the place been not so tight. We want to carry pass at the same side we put in the can and events so we want for give roads to the people and porting marketing go out for stepping, he pushes they not step in the markets on the day when they get fist fight. So maybe not too much. I happen for be one of them policemen there where I'm in the Oakland City Council. Where we go with the city council officer and also the municipal trade staff for make we demarcate one side for tap so that motorcar will be able to pass, people they pass with problem no be. We will take with the projections. For owners you can see now say if the projections that they be adhere to run, the road will be big enough for like people they pass through, people they pass through. But in reach a time, they therefore can inside again now. They left the projections on the other side, on either side. Then can inside. They can say that you can sell for pass. Pass you therefore be very mindful, or let you know hit person, let you know mass people market, and then they get in your problems. People them way they pass middle them, and so the criminals are there. Where somebody they pass, now then tight place them, and so then they finger their pockets, they pull it in, and so then they take their markets back, outside again, the man pull their crab. So all that in a day, and so again, accident can be. So we can see that say no. And the other thing, safe way we want for people to understand. You see some people the way within their own hand. And so they truth they are meet inside the plates, then the passes and the passes. So that is creating conveniences. And the number keep on growing. When they be the middle market, understanding be reached, say, Rodden Street up for Gona Regents Road. Let them lock that place there. So the final say they cut out of completely from traffic and building. It is see where you go short streets or the half street, and then but as if that not be enough, they even begin kind of by House Street. If you go Ecowa Street, you will see Motoka Park so markets there before Motoka go there so market and circular. So we can't have everywhere forget that one day. So that actually will bring about that operation where we will deploy a good number of the officers for effective operations and we'll continue to monitor that. But if you go like bottom and go outside, we will equally get the operations. They can see they will be not bad off. And not to be any good example for this country because we get embassy, the Libyan embassy, whether what if we wanna observant when they see the Libyan embassy there towards the barracks, then they lock the entrance for all inside that place there. And the embassies there, I want to make we all know say, though they in this country, but it's Libya. Sierra Leone embassy where it is. Now any country with high commission for Commonwealth countries. Embassy for non-Commonwealth countries. That embassy day in another country. They don't lock the noise. So we will not able to clear that side. If you go to Lonely, now examples are normally show. The time where the current regional commander, Mr. Kuruma, where they transfer a day. In fact, he attended the last meeting them where they say, okay, we'll not be getting this in the market, but they don't provide an own and toilet will not be get, but they don't provide that, they don't do this, they don't do that. So, okay, we go on for go back to the market. And what's very unfortunate is that you go inside market, it's inside empty. People they gonna do, then go block traffic, go block people the way that they go about their business. So, in the case of Lonely, they will not say, okay, when they don't talk now it's okay, well, then let the team and say, well, after elections now we'll go good. After elections, then time. So people they know for the act that way. So will be able for that is for them to see how best to be able, because if they're not bad off, if the drivers then the motorbikes they're not careful, then we will hit the pedestrians then or run into the market. So we don't just decide to do that. Me and me also a member where I've been in a city council when we go Prabe Road. In fact, now been yellow paint we been take, we paint outside and portal. You go be shocked that yellow paint they don't pass and they don't can outside no more they want to carry pass. Now no more they don't left. If this motor carry go that one they can pass one day for the can small, then they draw the markets go be here, they draw the market go be here. So how people are going to pass? So yeah, it has no other interpretation apart from the fact that we just want people they able go about their business, they able they pass, they do your business. Instead they go about in business, the motor they pass, all man they able use the same side no more. We nobody know will get caught. So it has nothing, no explanation. That operation are purely police operations. Now we Sudan, I can always tell people that if me a teacher, I can teach 7 months before they come police. But I need to, if me a teacher, I don't go to school. And for Sudan pass the head teacher, they can tell me, say, hey, Mr. Brahmajan, this is for teach. Come on, you people are something that they want and they talk. It's amusing, eh? I guess, you know. Or you're not a teacher in secondary school. You go to Sudan and your class now, your principal can say that this is for teach. No. So this is what we want people to understand. We agree that we are paid from taxpayers' money, and that is why we have to be very professional. We are very mindful of that. We look at situations, we see the security implications, how people get hurt, and then we frame the best way possible for them to handle those issues. These are not issues where they get any other interpretation, apart from the fact that we see saying that they're correcting this, and we do it correctly. Yeah? So, I don't explain all that. The responsibility for ensure free movement of people, the pedestrians, the goods, the vehicles, and when they all they use that road there. So during that operation there, some trader they get for challenge the police, so we get for effect arrest. Because some disorderly behavior and riotous conduct will put up. So we therefore effect arrest and we launch investigation. However, we begin a meeting of stakeholders we convened on the 6th of August 2023 by the Ministry of Trade. Prior to the Ministry of Trade, actually we began meeting at ONS where they coordinate the activities of the security sector. And we explain why they say, frankly, we get for say the number they just increase every now and then. It's not going down, it's going up. So after that meeting at ONS, we agree in the presence of the trade minister being present. And they say it will call as a follow-up meeting and see the way forward. So now in the meeting that we call on the 2nd of August, the Ministry of Trade and Industry will NASIT begin for give an update for the construction project and sewer ground, or we not say that sewer ground market. NASIT be the the sponsor. So the report say the work will be completed by the 30th September. So then a good new start. So you see, so a follow-up meeting by the Ministry of Trade. NASIT get for report say where that sewer ground markets will be ready against the 30th of September. So on that note, let me make appeal the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Minister of Western Area for the police for men then will be kind or let them allow traders for continuing to sell their wires Abacha Street up to October. But behind the demarcated lines, as it's expected that by that time they will have relocated to the sewer ground. So you see, we always give human face with operations. So even though all the options will be there, we don't say Naya for tap, we're not going for tap day. We decide say no, we are having pickpocketers, we are this or that. But when the follow-up meeting in the trade ministry, they invite NASIT. NASIT say they will finish the silver ground market against the 30th of September. After this August, to go to September. So they may appeal for we show understanding to market lines. And so all parties, they accept the compromise. But we found warning to traders and their representatives that no trader will be allowed to spread their wires beyond the demarcated line. If only how we be done, we will be demarcate, and so all man they keep to. We not for the get it back and forward. But when I say we can help for tap when they can and they go beyond. So a compromise is that the demarcated line where and the people there for tap, we decide for allow say minute tap day so that by 30th September we the place we don't complete into October as this. We will see say then we will move in and then draw all will don't come to our end. The last one, finally. No, yes, the final one actually has to do with the helicopter issue. It got to do with the helicopter issue. The helicopter issue we get to do with now the helicopter we recently come. We've been there, now we say helicopter don't come. But in fact, the one Mr. Conte, Lawrence Conte, waited in the airport, one of the managers there. He made contact to me that morning. They say they observe that helicopter don't come on like the real, but they hover around that Waterloo area, it go down land. So make a give one policeman a number. Now I say, okay, make a contact the LUC. Why are they giving number? Make a tell her now, like they make the move. So I able call the LUC there, I tell them the same issue, and I say it's an emergency. I said, so I give you number now to Mr. Conte, where they in Lunge Airport, so that when they communicate why they work on that. So I give a number to Mr. Conte. So luckily, the helicopter where they crash land, na one village where it about 15 miles away from the central part of Waterloo. So the crew, one are British, the other one are South African. Then experience technical failure where they make the land in that place. They may travel from Monrovia, Liberia, for let them feel here in Freetown International Airport, and then get agents like that. The agent will already don't take landing permit. But apart from the fact that they had landing permits, it's clear that if the aircraft develop technical fault, they can land. But this time around, this one being get landing permit, where in fact the agent being get for contact the managers them, where see and then some being get for explain transit the thing within that area. So the Waterloo Police, led by the LUC, Mr. Ibrahim Sama, they get for respond quickly and go on the scene and confirm that the crew be there in good condition. So the Director General of Australian Civil Aviation Authority been can at the scene and confirm to the police that the helicopter, that particular helicopter in question, be legally and lawfully they fly above the skies of Sierra Leone. So, which means, as we know, again through the social media, they don't just come because they want come. Everything we may need for do, they may don't do. So the police and SSCA, they conduct thorough search on that sports day, and they don't see anything. In the full view of the curious members, I'll say, that business, no. The one way they will surround the helicopter, be left it, then conduct the search all over. So the engineers of SSCA, they temporarily fix the technical problem where the helicopter will suffer from, and then fly go now his airstrip, where they under the custody of the RSLAB. We need to wait. So we foreknote that the Sky Horse Aviation Company, where it is in South Africa, 9/11 day on the 28th of July 2023, for when they do exploration work in Greenland, and they move that for do exploration work. So this Sky Horse Aviation Company, where they engage in exploration in Africa, Asia, and Europe, and cross-border jobs for mining companies and environment protection. So, and then I mean the people there. So they left South Africa. They use the airspace of Botswana, Namibia, Angola, Gabon, Ghana, and Liberia. So they will come for refuel Naya, for let them continue for going to Gambia, Mauritania, Canary Islands, Morocco, Spain, France, UK, Faroe Islands, Iceland, to bring land. Now they develop that for. So nothing of security threat. The public will understand, say, I mean, normal business that they go about. I did not mean that they will develop technical fault, then we could just refuel and Lunge Airport, then they go Gambia. And go through the side away and name, for go Greenland side, then for do their exploration. So, at the end of all the areas then we are cover, we actually take a longer period because a lot of things don't happen since we meet last year. And that means we take with 10 or make sure say we cover 6 different areas then. At this point, as usual, I therefore give over to my colleague, Dr. Senesi, where they represent Freetown East, for make a good presentation on what we don't do to the general public.
Director of Police Operations, colleagues, senior police officers, members of the 4th Estate, and all good afternoon. On behalf of Freetown East Region, I submit major activities where we don't undertake for the past 2 to 3 weeks in providing security in the country. As my boss rightly mentioned just more about one of the entities where they organize themselves as Queenet, say for facilitate traveling of people from this country to other countries. And we've been on a series of reports from concerned citizens that people do not take their money in the name of traveling. Based on that, as the regional commander for Freetown East, I've been able to organize raids. Raid that been able to take place on the 20th of July 2023. Me policeman and policewoman have been able to go one side when a Pamanko, Kalba Town. They've been able to effect arrest of 152 people. And the next day, another group in the going to riotous conduct, now Wellington, with some of the people that will not receive money from, for say them will facilitate them travel one. Then we get for engage in stoning them people, the people that continue the same activities with them, and it calls for police to swiftly respond at the scene. When the police reach, they begin for effect some arrest them. With all the numbers we police we don't get now at the regional headquarters, they begin for vet them out, investigate, complainants every day, we point fingers at some of them, and the police will see reason for me they charge them. Some they face charge for riotous conduct, some for receiving money for false pretense. Based on that, they represent them in court, and they all be plead guilty. As they talk now, they all be remanded at the Palema Road Correctional Center. We also be reinforced Abacha Street for ensure law and order take place. Even though that very day in question, some of the brothers and sisters who they do business on Abacha Street, with all negotiation with the police being decided to do with them, try to persuade them, sensitize them about the right and the rights of others, that they don't get right for me to block the streets where it will affect other road users. Then. Media houses will prove that on that said day, the women in so engaged for bring a lot of tires, they block the street, stones, as in the park them, police remove. We engage in, talk to them, but yet still they fail to adhere. The worst case where they can enter into, they begin for attack some vehicles, begin stone the vehicle, and police now will sit down, then destroy other people in own property them, or even tamper with the lives of others, which will even lead maybe to serious injuries or death. Based on that, we definitely begin to dispatch the crowd and arrest other we may say we supposed to arrest. With that, even though we big one and we don't get series of meetings and they cannot say they will trade off the railing, the street will be free. Now if you go about the street from Eastern to Eastern Police, if you able to walk out by foot within 5 minutes time, you could not find yourself in Eastern Police. And we want to assure members of the public say the police will continue to maintain security in Abacha Street so that people will adhere to putting laws say, and when they get the appropriate place, they will continue to do their business day. We currently they maintain law and order by providing beat patrols within Freetown East region. We ensure that the policemen in the patrol day and night will reinforce, will checkpoint them. Every night, vehicular patrols in a day. And me not to the type leader, we are just go say on a patrol, on a deploy a checkpoint. And ensure that every night, me self the day out for seeing a policeman and then a street and monitor if they do the right thing. So one assure we citizens say we continue to provide adequate security for them. And whatever thing when they say it affects their communities where they find themselves, let them able for April with security updates, we will swiftly respond to that particular area. We also they do with best for see how we reduce the crime rate on the use of drugs of the younger one. If we look, the region don't they really do the best, but honestly relent. On the 5th of August 2023, the Ops Officer Kisi Division Superintendent John S. Koroma and team, they began for going on grafting, they raid one particular area, they began for discover some drugs and therefore get 2 suspects them, where they now at the regional headquarters. In fact, as at they left the regional headquarters, the master sabi people they way in test the drugs for know if this na harmful drug or not. They are left them there, then they do the test, and after that, if the result positive, then definitely they never face the court of law. Waterloo also on the 6th of August 2023, They begin for no similar operation. They arrest somebody who will be in possession of course. The same day, our division self-effect an arrest by Atuga Stadium, where they in possession of dry leaves, where alleged you will be pushed with some quantity of tramadol, where now 250 milligrams. On the 7th, Waterloo been conduct another raid on somebody where they know as notorious thief man. This first year, a tap na one particular community where na Moriba community in Waterloo, and they been here for arrest and with plenty property them where belongs to some shop owners them na number 50 na 555 Oriwe Lompa, and some good citizens in common and identify them property them. As at the top, the Waterloo police don't ensure they don't charge that individual court. We continue for assure with people that say police na the east will always continue for serve the citizens as themselves will cooperate with we. As at the end of, I want to assure and say we also embark on community policing. Like on the 4th of August, we began to take the police to the community in Freetown. We engage in football match. We get for playing at the Brahma Atuga Stadium. Well, the police began for come out with a flying color. We began for beaten with 1-0 goal. We me when at the regional commander. Now, Mr. Seven is for the penalty. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, I stand on the existing protocols. Good evening. From the Freetown West region, I represent me AIG, Mr. Sylvester Kuruma, waiting in my birthday. So, what I want to celebrate with I go wish you now. Mina John, Commissioner of Police. Just as we already both talk, the chairman, explained lengthily about the congesting area and the fight against the throughout the country and some other lawlessness and criminal activities. The Freetown West region said no let BN. We said they on with those for do the same thing. We received a report now Godrich. We one Kadiatu Patrick say report say they maintain their oaths, then attack them. How it happened, the maintain their oaths, they are thief. So like when they are open for COT, they happen. The thief man then gain entrance into the place. And according to them, they say the thief man then get cutlass them, knife, and gun, according to them. So with that, then they depossess them of their mobile phone, some other valuables, but they not be key the value of all things we lost. We don't take statement from them, and investigation continue. That may happen on Wednesday, the 2nd August. That may happen. Then on the 7th, we get report from one journalist who we all know, we brother, Samuel Wise Kuruma, and Bangura Radam. They say if they travel for more turn they go towards Congo Cross area, Wilkinson Road along Wilkinson Road by Samara Drive. If they inside Keke, I say somebody been there with them. If been busy, they chat on your phone. So the best way is you don't next to Ramazan reached by Samura Street, the drive, he jogged in iPhone and run down. So instead of calm down, run after the Steve Meyer, we jogging forward. Why is it the J's and the other thief from nowhere for you build people that surround them? Pepper spray them and pull them, pull in bag in hand. And the bag can contain $7,000, then 29,000 new leons in the bag. So the people that pull them in hand and run away. So we can come and make reports to we and Congo. Longly, we deal with that matter as well. We don't take statement from any lawyer and they go, they make the report. We don't take statements. We identify one woman we say inside PC people that grip them, pull back their hand and run away. So that investigation they go on. And we done the raid. Yesterday we raid the Freetown area. We arrest up to 6 people with substance away fever, push or cannabis. Statement don't be taken to them and we don't send they leave them or get them from where they analyze them. If they prove for saying drugs, then we charge the people them to court to them substance they pay. We do with normal patrol, which we counterpart them the house slab. We mount the checkpoints them. So if you go in the western area, you see checkpoints them along from SLPC. You go up na Otomango, Congo Cross, Lonely, and even as far as number 2 River, we get checkpoints that inside and day. They ask people for calm down. We check. That's not to harassment. We don't want people to take and say that harassment, no. But we all this is the trend of things really happen in the country. We live under constant threat. People that say they want to disrupt the peace in the country. And we don't go sit down for me that happen. The responsibility then we hand. We have constitutional rights for me to make we save the people then and their property then in this country. So because of that, during night, we know they take them easy. We live on the ground, CC, we check all man with worker, when I get side people say we check the vehicle. So when I get for here with people and for we all safe in the country and the country is safe one. Now that make we do it. So that thank you.
Once more, I tell and thank you. We're in at the point now where media one will take over for invite questions if I get, and we'll do clarification. So number 1 for Google one. Thank you.
Any questions? Comments?
Yeah, just comments. Yes, sir. Okay, let me just. We are appealing, sir, especially to the chairman, because some of us at least 2:30 o'clock we go to for production meeting. We want you to give some bullet points whenever you call us for meetings. In fact, we will not talk, so not talk. Do you hold the cancer? Chairman, we don't talk to ACB, on camera, because some of we have paper to get edits, not only rights. Because when we don't edit, I can pass up to another person. So don't make it
that is noted, but let me make such this clear. There are times our job is not like yours, which actually has a clear timetable. You do this, you do this, you do this. This morning I go to officers, I come from there, I go, now I'm coming. I go na Toko meeting, security meeting level 1. On my return, I go to me say in the car. You understand? No, I'm letting.
No, wait, please.
Let's,
We are getting there.
please, let's.
No, this is off camera.
Yeah, that's all. That's because it's correct. That should be all. You understand? So, I like summary because nothing on it. If then we actually say no, good, we will be the go.